YouTubers. Today we're taking a little trip to town. Got to run a few errands, go to the grocery store, go to the bank, pay the light bill, pay the water bill. We were joking the other day up at the shop, me and a couple other fellows. The thing about this golden years, he said, one of my friends was talking about being retired, he said, I'm going to tell you about the golden years. What the golden years are is where you spend all your gold paying all your bills. I think I have to agree with him on that. But I guess it would be story time is what they call it. I just thought I'd talk to you a little while because I'm not going to have a chance to get out on the farm today and do any work, even though it should. It's a beautiful day, but things have to be done, so gotta go do them. You just fell over. Well, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but you fell off your mount and I had to put you back up there. Yep. Yeah. If you see me looking down occasionally, I got a view on my phone where I can see what you're seeing. I figure you want to look at the ceiling. Sure, no, you probably don't want to look at my ugly bug, but gotta look at something. I could turn you around and let you look out the windshield, but that's a whole different horse trade deal there, because I don't have a mount in the car. And as a matter of fact, I got you wrapped around the handle to hold you up. But anyway, we were talking about socializing up at the shop the other day, spending our golden years, and I was watching Capper Outdoors. And if y'all don't get a chance to go by and check his channel out, he's up in, I believe it's Illinois. He's doing some restoration on some ground, I call it. He's dug some ponds, and he's put him in a shooting range, and he's fixing his crop ground and deer habitat, turkey habitat. I kind of got to laughing. He was saying something about sowing some grass seed. He had made the comment he was going to sow grass seed, wheat, and oats. I left him a comment he better sow extra oats and wheat, because the turkeys would eat half of it, which is what happens on my place. I have quite a few turkeys and a few deer. Turkeys, every time I sow grass seed, looks like an army. They just line up and walk down the field in a straight line, picking up all the grass seed that I sow. But that brings me back to a little funny anecdote about one time when I was crop farming. I used to raise corn and beans, stuff like that. I had an old corn crib that I had a corn picker that I would pick ear corn with, which I would grind for feed to my cattle. And I was up at the corn crib one day. We had a few chickens back in too, and I was up at the corn crib shelling some corn for the chickens, and I got to noticing a chipmunk, or you might call them ground squirrels, depending upon what part of the country you're from. We call them ground squirrels. But anyway, this little feller was sitting up on the beam of my corn crib there, and when I went in there to start shelling some corn, he run out. Well, I thought, well, you know, it is a varmint. So I was sitting there on the bucket shelling some corn. I could see him over there. He'd come out around the corner and stick his head out and look around, and he'd run back in, and he'd come back out and stick his head out and look around and see if anything was coming around. But I sat real still. He run out there and picked him out a fairly decent roast ear of corn and started taking the off the ear of corn. He'd take them off and shove them in his mouth. He'd take one off and shove it in his mouth. He'd take his little paws and pack that back in his jaws. Well, I sat there and I kind of got to wondering. I'm just wondering how many kernels of ground squirrel can stick in his mouth. So I got to counting them. You may think this amazing, which I do. That little feller put 28 kernels of corn in his jaws. Now, I don't know if he had the same amount on each side or not, but he stuck 28 little kernels of corn, and they weren't little by any means. Had his jaws all stuck out like that right there, and took off, running across the floor. Well, he was gone for about, 5 or 10 minutes, and he come back. I guess he came back. It might have been a different one. I don't know. But anyway, went back that same ear of corn, started shucking them off again, sticking them in them jaws and packing them. I sat there and watched him for about, I guess 15, 20 minutes. I got to realize that little varmint was packing half of my corn crop away. But it's the way I got to thinking. Everything got to live some way. And he wasn't going to eat me out of house and home anyway. I had plenty of corn to feed. So I let him pack his winter corn away. I figured he was harvesting like I was, only his crop was in someplace else. But that's my little story time anecdote for today. Hope y'all enjoyed it, got a smile out of it. I get a smile out of it every time I see one of them ground squirrels run across the woods or the field when I'm going around the fence, and think of him sticking that corn in his jaws. Well, thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, comment, leave me a comment if you would. Just something like, hey, how you doing, or nice day, or hope it ain't raining, which it's supposed to rain again today, so I mean tomorrow. Tomorrow's when it's supposed to rain. That's why I should be out working today, but I'm not. And I do wish people would drive on their side of the road, but that's a story for another time. Like if you will. Y'all have a good day and keep on going.